Hello and welcome. Today, we are diving deep into a topic that you've probably been seeing everywhere lately, barefoot walking. We're going to break down this amazing report from MBC and a top rehabilitation specialist to figure out what's really going on with this trend. Is there real science behind it? Let's find out.
So you've seen it, right? In the parks, on the trails, people are kicking off their shoes and walking with their bare feet on the ground. You might have wondered, what's that all about? Well, I'm here to tell you it's not just some passing fad. There is a powerful, science-backed reason that's getting so many people to connect with the earth.
All right, to really get this, you got to think about your body in a whole new way. I want you to imagine, just for a minute, that your body isn't just flesh and blood, but it's also like a biological, electrical machine.
Okay, now check out this analogy because it makes so much sense. Think of your body as a battery, and over time it gets gunked up with what scientists call free radicals. A great way to think of it is like cellular rust. It just builds up and causes inflammation and aging. Now, our shoes, especially the rubber soles, they're like a plastic case around that battery. They insulate us. They block the connection. But when you go barefoot, you're literally plugging your body back into the earth to recharge.
You know, there's a scientific name for this. It's called earthing, or sometimes grounding. And it's so simple. It's just your body making direct contact with the ground. The surface of the Earth has this natural supply of energy, of free electrons. And those electrons are that rust remover we were just talking about. They flow right into you and neutralize all those damaging free radicals. It's pretty amazing when you think about it.
So all that theory sounds great, right? But what about the proof? Well, this is where it gets really, really interesting. The data that MBC collected in their report, it's not just convincing, it's actually staggering. And you can see the changes happen in literally minutes. So here's what the researchers did. They took blood samples, had people walk barefoot for only 10 minutes. That's it, just 10 minutes. And then they took another look at their blood. The change wasn't something you had to wait weeks or months for. No, it was immediate, it was visible, and frankly, it was jaw-dropping. Get ready for this number. Based on the data from the Daegu NBC broadcast, blood flow speed increased by almost 2.7 times. Let that sink in. That is a huge deal. What it means for you is that more oxygen, more nutrients are being delivered to every single cell in your body and way, way faster. This is what helps your body heal and feel revitalized. And this slide shows us exactly why that happens. Look at this. Before earthing, more than a third of the red blood cells were all stuck together in these thick, sludgy clumps. They can't move efficiently like that. But after just a few minutes of barefoot walking, wow, the number of seriously clumped up cells was cut by more than half. The cells just separated and started flowing freely and smoothly the way they're supposed to.
And you know, it doesn't stop with blood flow. Not even close. The report documented this whole waterfall of positive effects. We're talking everything from faster wound healing. They showed a case of an 84-year-old diabetic patient to lower stress and anxiety, to better sleep, and even strengthening the tiny muscles in your feet.
Of all the benefits, this might be the biggest one people talk about. The specialist in the report, Dr. Kim, he calls it the honey sleep effect. Isn't that a great term? It just means that incredibly deep, sweet, restful sleep. And this is so important. Why? Because deep sleep is when your brain does its nightly cleaning, flushing out toxins that are linked to things like dementia. So better sleep literally equals a cleaner, healthier brain. Okay, so the benefits are pretty clear, right? You're probably thinking, I want to try this. So let's talk about how you can get started today and how to do it in a way that's both safe and super effective. This is a big question a lot of people have. Do you need to go find some special untouched forest or a professionally designed barefoot park to get all these benefits? Well, according to the expert in the report, the answer is actually a lot simpler than you might think. And this right here is the key. The single most important thing is not where you walk, but that you walk consistently. The expert's #1 piece of advice is to just find a place you can get to every single day. The little park near your house, your own backyard, the best place is the one that you'll actually use. Making it a daily habit, that's where the real magic is.
Now, of course, we've got to be smart about this, but staying safe is incredibly easy. Just 3 simple things to remember. First, get a tetanus shot if it's been a while. It's just a smart, simple precaution. Second, always warm up. Treat it like any other exercise. And third, just use your common sense. You know, don't walk on blistering hot pavement in the middle of summer, and be careful when the ground is frozen solid in winter. Easy enough.
And of course, people have questions about their own specific health situations, which is totally understandable. Well, the report covered some of the most common ones. For expecting mothers, it's considered a great thing. Helps with blood flow to the baby. If you have foot pain or back pain, it can actually help by strengthening those core muscles and reducing inflammation. And for diabetics with a well-managed condition, it's also considered safe and beneficial.
You know, the most amazing takeaway from this whole thing is that this incredible tool for your health and well-being, it's not something you have to buy. You don't need a prescription. It is available to you right now for free.
I love this quote from one of the people in the report. It just captures the whole spirit of this movement perfectly. This is about so much more than just the physical stuff. It's about reconnecting with something natural, something joyful, about being human and reclaiming that feeling of vitality that so many of us have kind of lost.
So what's your first step? It's so simple. Just go outside and try it for 10 minutes. That's all. See how it feels for yourself. And hey, if this breakdown was helpful for you, the best way you can say thanks is to hit that subscribe button and give us a like. And for anyone who wants to go deeper and join a whole community of people on this journey, check out the National Barefoot Walking Movement headquarters on Neighbor Cafe. It's a fantastic place to share info and connect. Your path to feeling better can literally start with one small step. Thanks so much for watching.